Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wives in Prayer, our session, How You Still Married. And today we have Joyce Allsopp with us. Joyce has been married for 51 years. And guess what, everyone? To the same man. All right? Joyce, now you were married even before I was born. And I'm sure before I was even thought of. So we're going to get straight to it, Joyce. I want you to tell me what was the most trying thing about marriage for you? And how did you overcome it?
Well, for us, we got married at a very young age.
Okay.
I was not even quite 21 yet.
Okay. Very young.
And when we got married, I was pregnant,
Okay.
and we that was the first thing. And when we got married, we after we got married, we went home to live at my parents' home.
Okay.
Right? So then, as I told you, I was pregnant. So then, baby came along a couple months after.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that would have been the most trying thing for me after we got married, because then it was baby, and then it was pretty good when baby was first born.
Mm-hmm.
My husband, he was welcome, and they loved him. To this day, they still love him a lot. But then baby came along, and then, being in a home then with other people, this baby had many mothers, Yeah, so the most trying thing for me was, getting getting everybody to understand, even though we were young, we were still the parents, and that we had to deal with that early, up front. And apart from that, then everything went well until, you know, second baby came along. Second baby came
So they
along.
had the
So
same thing again, having to deal with getting people to understand that you would have been mature enough to be a mom.
We didn't want it to get to that stage then, by then, so quickly after the second baby was born, because we were searching all the time to get home, and so
Okay.
quickly after when we moved out, when the baby was like 5 months old, right? So then is when we went on our own, and it was like, yes, because we were young, everybody thought that they had something they could advise us about, because we were young, So it's like we don't know anything then, or what. But we had made up in our minds from the beginning, from the old start. I used to be always praying. I would ask God, I tell God, I want to get married, and I want a husband that I love, and that love me.
Yes.
But people in that day used to tell you, don't marry a man that love you. Don't marry a man that you love. Marry a man that love you. I couldn't see it that way, because I think this man had to be somebody that I really love as well.
I agree.
And it's amazing that, God sent me that man. I didn't even know he was there. The thing is, because we met at work, and we used to walk upon evenings, walk from Black Rock to Carrollton Village.
Okay.
Every evening, this man would walk up there with us, the whole crowd, and I really thought that he was the other girls' friends, and so he was interested in me, and so, but he said from the first time he saw me, that was it, but one thing that we always said in our marriage, no matter what happened, I even said whatever happened, because there were problems that came, like any marriage, and he always said, no matter what, we sticking together.
Okay.
And he had this thing. If I saw we sucking it together, you understand that? So
Okay.
that was his thing. So that was the most trying thing for me, was like the children, that getting to know that we are the parents,
So then what did you say to the people who would have been living in your parents? What did you say to them so that they would understand that you are the parents, so they all overcome that together?
Yeah. it was with just my mother and sister because my father had died,
Okay.
you know. But yes, I told them that we have to be able to raise this child because when, anything happens, we have to be accountable for this child, But they got to know now that, yes, we are very young, but I mean, we got to think differently. And they laid off for a while and so, but it had to be, how we dealt with it then is getting, to be on our own,
Okay.
getting at ourselves. What we wanted to do because from the outstart, we wanted to save our money, and to get our own home.
Okay.
But we had to go renting before because we couldn't wait. We couldn't wait all that time. But that did work out after.
So then you would advise people when they're married to go and live on their own
You
as
should
opposed
be,
to
yes. You
being
should
at
be.
home with parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parents, yes.
Now I am listening to you very closely, Joyce, because you are a wise woman, in my opinion. I am 46 years behind you. So
Lost.
I have a long way to go. So I want you to share with
Now you
us.
make me feel old.
No, you look very nice and young.
Thank you.
I want you to share with us how you dealt with changes in yourself and changes within your husband.
Changes. You mean changes we had to make in marriage, or
Changes, any physical changes, any personal changes within your personalities, anything like
physical
that.
changes we had to deal with us. They were always there. They were coming. We grew up together.
Mhm.
So the physical changes were coming, one after the other as we grow, and they're still coming.
Mhm.
So we talk about them, we discuss them, and because even now, you look every day to see what is the next change, what's change
Coming next. Okay.
but yeah, that's something that is real. So you have to deal with it. When we grew together, so it's not like one is older than the other. So we know that changes will come, and sometimes it's one like it's the most difficult. Sometimes you think of the things you used to be able to do, and yes, but God is real. We accept the changes, and that's how we deal with them. Accept. And we talk about them. Even when we talk about just about everything, we even talk about death.
Okay.
I just sit down. We sit down and talk about these things because they're real. It's reality.
True. True. So you would say then the best way to overcome some of these changes would be to discuss them with each other.
Discuss them, yes.
Okay.
Because you get the different mood changes, too. And I think my changes are hopefully better though. I think I used to be more, I think I'm freer now. Freer. Because in my earlier life, I didn't know Jesus the way I know him. I didn't know Christ the way that I know him.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Now that I know him, and especially when we first got married, I didn't know the what the Bible had said about marriage.
Okay.
And in my earlier days, I withheld a lot. I withheld a lot. It's like I'm vexed with you, so but now I had to stop.
Okay.
I had to stop, and it did stop. I mean, God really did a transformation in me. It turned around from that right wrong.
And what did your husband say when did he recognize the change within you? And what did he say to you?
Of course, it's recognizable. Of course, it's recognized. He loved it.
Okay.
He loved it. So he didn't say anything in case I stopped.
Okay. Now, Joyce, could you tell me what would be any advice you had to give people who are getting married or people who are married, young married? What would be some advice that you would tell them that they need, something that they need to do as they travel along this marriage journey?
Yeah, first they gotta recognize you getting married to this person. The person will come, they come with faults too. We all have our little faults, and differences. But when we see them, you don't try to, embarrass person.
Okay.
You don't try to, shout out and bawl out on the person.
Mhm.
You give them the same opportunity that you would like somebody to give you the chance,
Okay.
And one thing that we have kept in our marriage is respect. We respect each other, and I don't like disrespect. I would never talk anything bad about my husband with anybody.
That's good.
I don't. I would never, because I think that you show him that respect, and he show me the same respect, But I think I hold respect very highly in my marriage.
Okay.
I remember when I was home because he came home medically unfit,
Okay.
and I remember when he wasn't working and he was at home, and anybody come to the home to do something for us or anything,
Mhm.
they would not know that Ivan wasn't working. Ivan came, he paid the person. I would know him to come and pay the person, things like that. Because out of respect, you know, and that's one thing we never had any kind of quarrels about because I knew my husband. He knew me. He knew the way that he knew the things that I do. He's not the person that will go out there and take the first step and do things.
Okay.
But he will support me. I
Okay.
know that he's there. He'll support me.
Okay.
So when you know a person, that's the hardest thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so respect, one of the most important things for you in your
Mm-hmm.
marriage. Not embarrassing each other when out in public, not discussing things about each other as well. All right, so those are some of the nuggets that we will take away from you. Anything else you want to share with us before you go?
Yeah. Um, you see, it's not what you say to a person.
Mhm.
It is how you say
How
it,
you say.
right?
So you just have a gentle spirit.
Gentle spirit and communication. I like to communicate because whatever is going, I like to be able to tell you what's going on, tell you what's going on with me, because you can't say that you didn't know. No, I don't take for granted that I can know things,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So you just communicate,
Okay. So
communicate,
communication is key as well.
communicate, and connect,
And connect.
connect.
Connect. Okay, so we just want to thank you, Joyce, for being here with us, taking the time out to be with us, and sharing your wisdom with us. So we just want to remember the things that you have said. We hope that everybody would have some takeaway points as well. And we want you to enjoy the rest of our sessions. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye.